afternoon, students, and welcome to today's session about the business analytics, in which we will see about the various forecasting models for time series data with the linear trend. So, what is the trend? Trend is an upward and downward movement in the future event in the trend, that is called trend. So, if it is in the linear form, then it is called linear trend. So, now we will see different type of models in forecasting for the linear trend, like double smoothing exponential method and the regression based model. So this is about outline of today's lecture. Double exponential smoothing model, regression based forecasting for time series with linear trend. So what is double exponential smoothing method? In double exponential smoothing method, double value of smoothing for the exponential form will be used in the method. It is most commonly an important method for the linear trend forecasting. So double moving average and double exponential smoothing models are more appropriate than using the simple moving average or the exponential smoothing models. Both are based on the linear trend equation. So double moving average, where moving will be done in double, and the double exponential method, both are based on the linear trend equation. Equation is ft plus k is equal to at plus bt into k, where k is the period for the forecasting and the t is the function of the base value, also known as level, and the trend or the slope of bi. So this is the equation for calculating the double smoothing exponential model. Double smoothing exponential model. In double exponential smoothing, the estimation AT, so we have to calculate AT and BT value from the equation. Then, so the equation is alpha t is equal to alpha into AT plus 1 minus alpha into alpha t minus 1 plus BT minus 1. So this is the equation for alpha t. Now the equation for Bt is equal to beta into At minus 1 plus 1 minus beta into Bt minus 1. So this is the equation for calculating the Bt value and At value in the double exponential smoothing method. We are smoothing both the parameters. So we are smoothing the both parameters alpha and beta in the linear trend model. For large value of alpha, more weight is placed on the observed value. If the value will be large for alpha, then weight of will be also large for that. Lower the value of alpha, if value will be alpha value will be less, then more weight will be required for storing the predicted outcome. Now we will see about the linear trend line. So generalized equation for linear trend line is y is equal to a plus b into x, where a and b are, where a is equal to intercept and b is equal to slope of line. If we want to calculate slope of line, we have to calculate the a, that is the intercept, and calculate the slope. What is the slope? Slope value will be calculated by calculating the x value, and x is the time period, how much time period will be taken. So this is the equation of linear trend, and y is the forecast for the demand for period x. So we will calculate forecast value y for the period of x. Now we see the example of linear trend line. So in another equation for calculating it is b is equal to y minus n into x bar into y bar. So b is the slope. How we can calculate the slope? Summation xy minus n into x bar into y bar divided by summation x raised to square minus n into x bar the square. A is equal to y bar minus b x bar, where n is the number of periods. So x bar is the mean value, that is summation of x divided by n, that is the mean value of x, and y bar is mean value for y, that is summation of y divided by n, that is the mean value for y. So we have to calculate mean value of x and y and number of periods. So we will get the linear trend line. So we will now see the example how to calculate linear trend line. X is the period, y is the demand. So in table, and x raised to 2, value 1, y value is 73. So if we multiply x and y, we will get 73, and x raised to 2 is 1. Second value 2, y value is 80, 40, then x we multiply 40 into that is 80 and square sec 2 square that is 4. B 41, y value is 41, then xy value is 123. 41 into 3, then you will get 123 and x square is 9. 4, 37, if we multiply 37 into 4, then we will get 148. X square value is 16. 5, for 5 value is 45, if we multiply 45 into 5, that is x into y, then we will get 225. X square value is 25. For 6, 50, if we multiply 50 into 6, then we will get 300 xy and x square is 36. If value is 7, that is 43, and if we multiply 7 into 43, then 301, that is 49. If 8, 47, if we multiply 47 into 8, then we will get 376 and x square is 64. 56, if we multiply into 9, then we will get 504 and x value is 81. If we multiply 52, if we multiply by 10, then we get 520 and x square is 100. For 11, 55 multiply by 11, then we get 605 and x value is 171. If for 12, 54, if we multiply, then we will get 648 and x square is 144. So x summation is 78, y summation is 557, xy summation is 3903 and x square summation is 650. After that we have to calculate x bar, that is the mean for x value, that is 78 divided by 12. So we will get 6.5 and we will calculate y value, that is y bar equal to 557 divided by 12, then we get 46.42. Now we will calculate b, that is summation of xy minus n into x bar into y bar, summation divided by summation of x square minus n into x bar square. Then if we put all these values, then we will get value of b, that is 1.72, and for a, y bar minus b into x bar. So 46.42 minus 1.72 into 65, we will get the value of a, that is 35.2. So linear trend line is equal to y is equal to a plus bx. So that is the y is equal to 35.2 plus 1.72 x. So for calculating value of x is equal to 13, we get 45.72. That is the forecast value of y in the demand line for the linear trend line. So this is the example how we can calculate using the double smoothing method for linear trend. Now we will see the regression based forecasting technique for the time series with the linear trend. Linear regression is a mathematical technique. So it is one time mathematical technique. Well, it is dependent on two variables, dependent variable and as well as independent variable, and it uses the linear regression. Therefore, it is known as linear regression method. So generalized equation for equation is y is equal to a plus bx, where a is intercept, b is the slope of line, x is the time period, and y is equal to forecast for demand for period x. So a is equal to y bar minus b x bar, and b is equal to summation xy minus n into x bar into y bar divided by summation of x square minus n into x raised to 2, n is equal to number of period. So this is the equation for regression based method. Now see, we will see the example of linear regression using same formula, double exponential smoothing method, x for mean and y for attendance. If we multiply x and y and x square, so for value 4, y value is 36.3, if we multiply then 145.2 and square is 16. For 6, 40.1, if we multiply 40.1 into 6, we will get 240.6 and x square value is 36. For 6, 41.2 we multiply, we will get 247.2 and x square value is 36. For 8, 53, if we multiply 53 into 8, we will get 424 and x square value is 64. For again 6, if we multiply 44, then we will get 264 and x square value is 36. For 7, 45.6 multiplied by 7, then we will get 319.2 and x value is 49. For 5, 39 multiplied by 5, that is 195 and x square value is 25. For 7, 47.5, that is 332.5 and x square value is 49. So summation of x is 49, summation of y is 346.7, xy is 2167.7 and x square value is 311. Now we will calculate x bar, that is summation of x, that is 49 divided by 8, then we will get 6.125, and y bar similarly we will get 43.36. And after that we will calculate, so we will get b value to 4.06 and a value to 18.46. So equation of line is y is equal to a plus bx, that is 18.46 plus 4.06 x. So this is the equation of linear equation regression for using double smoothing method. So this is the example we are shown for calculating the value of 7 wins. We want to calculate for 7 wins. So for putting in x we will place about the 7 and we will get the 46,980. So win in x bar and attendance in y bar. This is the straight line equation where forecasting is done. So this is the example as shown in figure, that is a linear regression using the double exponential method. So this is about that is forecasting time series method. Next topic is about the forecasting time series with seasonal trend, seasonality. So seasonal trend is a technique where it is taken in the seasonal way. That is, it month wise, day wise, or the year wise data will be used in season effect. So it is using the forecasting time series method for seasonality. In that we will see about the regression based seasonal forecasting model and hot winters forecasting for seasonal time series. So these are the two models used in the seasonal time series data. So regression based seasonal forecasting model, one approach is used in linear regression. So in regression based seasonal forecasting model we will use the linear regression. Linear regression means it is a simple linear regression method. Regression is one type of supervised learning method where it is using the two variable dependent and independent variable in the linear form. Multiple linear regression are of basically two types: simple regression and multiple regression. In simple regression one variable is used, whereas in multiple regression two or more than two variables will be required, that is dependent or independent variable. Multiple linear regression models with category variables are used for a time series with seasonal data. Now next topic is about the hot winters forecasting for time series, seasonal time series data. So halt winters method is one type of exponential smoothing method which is based on the season data. Seasonal data means it is data which type where is it taken on season, means it day wise, month wise, year wise, that is in the season form. In some time series, season variation is so strong it obscures any trends or cycle which are very important for understanding of the process being observed. There are two methods for hot winter forecasting for the seasonal time series: additive for the in the linear trend equation. So first is additive halt winter method, and second is multiplicative halt winter method. In additive halt winter method, used for the time series. Here time series data will be used in the constant form, that is additive form in the seasonal variation. And in multiplicative halt winter method, time series data will be used in the increasing form, that is multiplication form in the seasonal variation. So this is the two types of model in the halt winter method, additive and multiplication. Now we will see about equations of that. The halt winter additive model is based on the equation, that is ft plus 1 is equal to at plus bt plus st minus s plus 1. The halt winter multiplicative model is based on the equation ft plus 1 is equal to at plus bt into st minus s plus 1. So these are the two equations for time series data. Halt winter forecasting model. First advantage is used for the short term forecasting. So halt method forecasting basically used for short term, not for the long term data. It is basically used for the short term forecasting method, like for 3 months, 5 months. Then we can calculate the forecasting of time series data. So this is the easiest method to calculate for the short term forecasting. Gives interpretable result. what results will be there, we can interpret these, that results we will get in the hot winter forecasting model. It is easy to implement, as I have told, it is easiest method to implement winter forecasting system. Being able to adapt changes, we can easily adapt the changes in the trend as well as in the season patterns in the hot winter forecasting system. So these are the main advantages of hot winter forecasting system. Now the disadvantages or demerits of hot winter forecasting time series data. So first disadvantage is presence of outlier distorts the result. If outliers are present in the result, means if grouping of data there and data points is outside the point, then we have to remove that outlier, otherwise it will disturb the result. Second is can't generalize to multivariate approach. So for multivariate approach, it is not, this method is not work properly. It cannot generate result properly for multivariate result. It can basically use in the simple approach. Account for only single seasonal pattern. So basically hot winter forecasting method is used for single pattern method, not for the multivariate season pattern. HALTS only forecast the past information. So hot winter forecasting system will take the past information and then it will predict what will be the output of that data using the forecasting techniques like quantitative or qualitative forecasting model. So this is about the today's lecture. Thank you students. Stay tuned for the further lecture series. In next lecture we will see about the selective approach for the model, and after that we will see about the Monte Carlo simulation.